I need a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her.
That thunder was pretty cool
I had
sounding.
Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
That's right. I
I'll
am a
never
valiant
forget
knight, my
that.
lady.
It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Probislavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years.
Yeah, I know.
That's how long it took before
She's just
Havel
so
was
lonely.
condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Oh, she's just...
So Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy.
I'm
He had
just
no
such
time
a
for me at
lonely,
all.
lonely
But at least we were in the
strumpet
city.
in the castle.
And there was something going
Oh,
on.
Henry, you're such a strapping young
Now-
lad.
We're here.
And you're wounded. And you tried to
My
save
lady,
the people.
you're
Oh,
still young and
valiant young knight.
beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
Leave the food, please.
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Or was that not food? Was that like
No,
bandages and
my lady.
stuff? I thought it was wine and food, but whatever. Henry needs a bath and he needs to wash his clothes. Oh, I know. Yeah, I vaguely remember the
Henry,
dessert
wake up.
for later.
You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Dun, 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 dun. You learned something about women in the Middle Ages. In the medieval, purely patriarchal society, the man was the head of the family. Blah, 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 blah. Lots of information, if you choose to read it. I shall take the torch. I should put my shoes on. If you need a torch, use your light by holding. If I remember correctly, there's a time limit on eating at the pots. So I don't think I can eat anything else at the kitchen at the moment. I think it's like 24 hours or something. I should eat the stuff that's gonna go bad first. I do remember this much. Gets me to 96, that's not bad.
You're right there.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Farewell.
Good old soul Robert.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
Very true.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storm in the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised.
Lord be
We wouldn't have
praised.
stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, here's no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Rattay now!
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was
Jesus.
a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all.
Yeah, why would you even say that?
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Take care, man.
Okay, where do I actually stand? Huh, it doesn't actually give me a, like, waypoint. Huh. Chat says just wait for a guard. Oh, never mind. It just
Wandering
triggered.
around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Wait until morning, which is what, like 3 hours? I don't know what technically counts as morning. Yep, that worked.
Everyone to the Bailey battlement. Quickly, we have visitors.
Everyone where?
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
Oh, I just I think Chris is cooking lunch right now.
Jesus. We'll come hit them like scallops.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz.
Markvart!
In the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and
I
Croatia,
have the most majestic
who has resolved to
mustache.
strike against those who disrupt concord in the land, to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus
Welcome aboard, guys. Thanks for the follow.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratsig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king's end that Sir Ratsig Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there's little cause for joy.
He knows
Farewell,
how to. He knows how to manipulate
Auf Wiedersehen.
speech. Yeah, it would be good if he gave speech lessons. That'd be great. And the peasants
My lord, you have my
rejoiced.
utmost
Yay!
Get on with you, Robard.
All right, we have multiple objectives here. Oops, can I put my torch away? Yes. Perfect. All right. Well, this is probably a great point for me to go get my lunch, everybody, because I can smell the food, which means it's almost ready. I will be continuing a full playthrough because I've actually never finished this game, so we're going to be doing a full clear throughout the month of January, or at least that's the intent ahead of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is one of the main games we're going to be playing in February alongside with Avowed. But before we get there, I'm working my way through the full Mass Effect series. We're in the middle of Mass Effect 2 right now, and I'm also wrapping up Aliens Dark Descent. Daily streams are on YouTube and Twitch at around 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Central Time. Schedule's a little wonky right now because of the holidays, but we're still trying to do at least one stream per day. Today was 2 streams today. We did Mass Effect 2 for a little while, did a little bit of this. Tomorrow we'll probably jump back into some more Aliens Dark Descent because I've only got about 3 or 4 sessions left to wrap that game up, and then we're going to be working on this one a little bit more frequently. So make sure to follow along. We'll be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to go have lunch, take a nap, and finish watching the Two Towers Extended Edition with Chris because we're working our way through our annual Lord of the Rings Extended Edition marathon for the holidays. Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll catch you next time. If you're watching on Twitch right now, don't forget to go along and follow on YouTube because the day-to-day in between the streams happens over there, so all of the reviews, discussions, and so forth. Don't forget my movie channel and TV series channel. We just reviewed episode 5 of Skeleton Crew this morning. There's a Discord, there's a Patreon for my work as a sci-fi and fantasy author, and there's a Homestead channel if you want to hang out with myself, my wife, our cats, our chickens, our ducks, and everything else. Catch you guys next time.